Hello, today we will be learning how to solve the Rubik's Cube 3 by 3 by 3. First, we will need to learn what the pieces are called. These pieces are called the edges with two colors on them. There are 12 edges in total, and they're located in between two corner pieces, which have 3 colors, and there are 8 corners in total. And the center pieces cannot switch or be missed out. Like the white will always be in positioned where like this with the red, and with the blue this piece can never be yellow. So now let's get on to solving the Rubik's Cube. Now we need to know about notation. When I show the algorithms above, there will be different letters in them. The first, or one of them, will be R, which means turn the right side of your cube 90 degrees clockwise. And if there's L, you turn the L 90 degrees clockwise. B, 90 degrees clockwise. D, F, and U. If there is an I behind or right after the letter, it is inverted, so you spin it counterclockwise. It might be tricky to know which way to spin the back, the left, or the bottom. So the trick is pretend you're looking straight at the cube, and then you can spin it and then go back to where you are. Okay, time to solve. Okay, first we are going to need to solve the white cross. Now, some people this piece may be in the right spot, but it needs to match up with the color too. So if you bring it over to the right center, that's what it needs to look like. Now, before I teach you how to solve it, try to solve it on your own so you can develop a method and you don't need to remember as many steps. Okay, we're going to solve it. So what you need to do is look for white edge pieces. And you see this one has orange on it? So since it's stuck in here, what we need to do is turn it down, get it out of the way, and then you can turn it back up. And now that's not damaged. So we take this piece, spin it so that it's underneath of the orange, and you do a double R move. There you go. Now look around the bottom, and here's another white piece. So we match it up, and it's already matched up for us. So we do a double R, and there it is. Now, if you have something like this, where it's flipped upside down, turn it so that it's on this side of you, and do this simple algorithm. R-I, U, F-I, U-I. And now it is flipped, and all of the others are the same. Congratulations, you have completed the white cross. Alright, now that you have solved the white cross, we need to solve the white corners so that the white is positioned up and it matches the first layer. So what you need to do is you find one with a corner with a white piece on it, and you bring it underneath the two matching ones. And then you need to do this algorithm 1, 2, or 3 times, or until it is in here with the white face facing up. The algorithm is R-I, D-I, R, D. and now you see it got pushed over. It's right here. So then you do it again. R-I-D-I-R-D. And then one more time. R-I-D-I-R-D. And there you go. Now you have it in here. Now you find another piece and you bring it underneath the corresponding pieces. R-I-D-I-R-D. We got lucky that time. Now, if you have a piece like this, which is up in here and it's not the right piece, just pretend that this corner piece with no white on it is the white piece. And you just do R-I-D-I-R-D. And there, now you have it out and you can bring it underneath and do the same thing. Now, let's say that the piece is facing this way. You just do the algorithm again until you get it. R-I-D-I-R-D. 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 There. Now you have completed the top layer. Okay, now we need to flip the cube over and we're going to be solving these edges. Now we have to look for an edge without any yellow on the top. Here's one now. So we spin it over so that it matches like this, and we see that it needs to go this way. So we need to do this algorithm. UI, LI, UI, L, U, F, UI, FI. And there. Now it's in. Now let's look for another piece. Here's one. And this time, and it needs to go the same way. So we just do that algorithm again. And there. Now it's in. Now we look around again. And there are no other pieces. But here's one. It's in the right spot, but it's flipped the wrong way. So now we have to pretend that one of these are the pieces. So let's go with this. So it's UI, LI, U, L, U, FI, UI, FI. And there, now it's in the right spot. Now we need to find that piece. Here it is. Bring it over, and then just do that algorithm one more time. There we go. Okay, let's see if you have a case like this. So it's on this side because it doesn't match up like that. So we need to bring it over here. So you simply do this algorithm. U, R, UI, RI, U, FI, U, F. And there. Now it's in the right spot. And I'll just solve these for you as a demonstration. There we go. We have done the first 2 layers. Alright, that is all the time we have for the first video. Click the link below for the next part 2, how to solve, and we'll learn how to solve the yellow cross, the yellow corners, and then orient them.